What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Best Bet Show. As always, it's your host, Matty Chucks, and your co-host, Austin's Props. Austin, it's Sunday. It's the morning. We got a great day of football ahead of us. How are we feeling?
We're feeling great, man. We got the London game pulled up on the computer right next to us, so we're locked in. We're watching football while we're talking about football. There's nothing to complain about. Busy day ahead. I'm super excited. We got our plays out. A lot coming. How you doing?
I'm feeling great. You know, it's the American dream, I guess, just watching football on Sunday in the fall as the weather gets a little colder. Um, we have all of our plays out and everything. We got two more show plays that have been cooking besides that Thursday night football, wash of a game that we really didn't even want to put stuff out, but we're here with two plays, two extra stuff for you guys, as always, tracked separately on the Best Bet Show. Um, I'm excited. It's a little wonky. I feel like we don't usually do these type of bets on the show, but we're gonna do it this time for you guys. Both of them, I believe, are at the 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I believe they're the early games. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep, that's right.
Is it 1 o'clock at 1 o'clock? Yeah.
Yep.
So we got to get this out. So make a quick video for you guys. Let's talk about the first one. You brought it up, Desmond Ridder, and why you like his pass attempts today.
Yeah, super solid spot. I've kind of been looking at all weekend. I mean, the Commanders have allowed all 5 QBs they faced to soar over this line. Ridder has soared over this, going over 31 pass attempts in the last 4 games alone. And it's a 1-point spread, so I know in games they get up, the Falcons tend to run the ball a little bit more, but I think this game stays close. The Commanders, I think, can compete in this one. And I mean, 26.5 pass attempts is just low. There's a lot of ways this soars over. Even if they're down at the end of the game and they're putting a 2-minute drive, those spikes count as pass attempts. There's just so many ways this one could go over. And for a guy that's soared over it, even with games that they've been up the last 4 weeks, it's hard not to touch this spot, So at -115, it's a great value spot in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, the Commanders just got absolutely destroyed last week on national TV. I think they come out and they tighten things up and perform a lot better, which makes me like Ridder even more because I think it's going to be close. I think the Commanders are even winning this game if they have any sort of urgency in that locker room. Justin Fields still went over this number and they were up 20. This defense looks like Swiss cheese, honestly. And Ridder, if he's cooking early, I see no reason why they leave from that. I think this is such a low number that we have to take it, and I personally love it. So you can get that line on -115 in MGM. It's -120 on some other books, but should be playable across the board everywhere, which makes you love it even more for you guys to be able to tail. That's the first play, Desmond Ridder. I know it's kind of ugly. Normally, I don't think we've ever posted a Desmond Ridder prop, but this is too good to be true for us. And I think it's definitely overlooked. I think he's a tough guy to make the odds on his pass attempts, if we're being honest.
Right. No, he really is. And I mean, think about it. If this line was at 30.5, not everyone's hammering the under. You know what I mean? Like people would just kind of probably do what they're doing about it now, not play it, kind of just overlook it, But like this line at 26.5 just seems like mispricing to me. So it seems like we are catching value and have to play it.
100%. I love it. And we're going to go to another attempts for a second play. It's Chuba Hubbard over 12.5 rush attempts, -114 on FanDuel. Also has some juice on other books. Caesars is -135. DK with -120. FanDuel surprisingly with a good line. And the reason why we love this is the Panthers love to run the ball. When Miles Sanders was in, because he's out, which is the main reason why I like this play, he's going to be the lead back. Even when they're losing, they lost 42-24 to the Lions, and Hubbard had 9 carries. Sanders had 7. They even ran it 5 times with Chenault. So, I mean, they love to run the ball, even if they're down 20. They've lost every single game so far. I think this game is going to be a blowout, obviously. I think the Dolphins are insanely good, but even the Giants, when they played, they were still kind of just almost practicing their offense when they were down late, still running the ball. They're not going to force stuff. And with this team as the lead back at 12.5, who loves to run the ball, I just see this number is way too low.
Right, and I like it. I think we're going to know very early in this one if he's going to cover or not, and we're obviously hoping for high volume in the first quarter. I would love for them to come out and get the ball first. You know what I mean? That way we establish it right away. This game, I feel like, too, if they get down, they've kind of showed that, hey, we're going to still sprinkle runs in because they don't want to get down 50. They know if they're not running the ball and this clock's not moving, this could get super ugly. You know what I mean? So even if
Yeah.
they're down a couple scores, I think they still mix in the run because they want that clock moving. They don't want Bryce Young to have to throw 900 passes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Chuba Hubbard's had multiple weeks last season where he'd step up and be the starting running back for that week because the guys goes down or whatever. And he's shown that he can carry 12 and a half carries. You know what I mean? He's shown he's that guy that can do that. So really, really like this spot.
Yeah, I think in the first half you're going to see a lot of volume. I think because they want to. It's kind of like when you're just playing a team, like it's almost how like soccer teams play. Like the team that's a heavy underdog is going to play possession, kind of keep everything back. The only way to beat them is not to get in a shootout. You want to burn as much clock as possible. So
Right.
if Hubbard can get some first downs early, and I think he can see 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10 rush attempts in the first half. If they're moving the chains a little bit, because they want the Dolphins to have the least amount of time as possible with the ball to run the score up. And I think this number is just absolutely perfect. I think if we're around 7 or more in the first half, I think this is going to coast. So we'll see if they make him the lead back. This is an absolute smash spot. I hope they don't try to even out the carries, but everything leads to Hubbard getting a ton of snaps. So I'm really not worried. Those are the two plays, Desmond Ridder and Chuba Hubbard. We only have 2 plays today. We're going to have a video out tomorrow as well. But like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to keep burning these videos out. More guests coming on. Let us know who you want to have come on as a guest as well. We'd love to have them on. And we're just going to have a lot more content for you guys. So let's go 2-0. Let's keep the good vibes rolling. And we'll see you guys next time on the Best Bet Show. Best luck in your bets. Peace.